What is going on, my friends? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. Look, I'm so excited to be joining you on this great day. Hope you all are doing well. Um, Once again, this is a show where we discuss trending news, thought-provoking topics from the fields of politics, sports, pop culture, and all of the above. Here and there, I'll bring on some interesting people when it comes to just interesting individuals with great stories, backgrounds, depending on the topic and theme of the show. I always love to bring on some expertise in that field. Today, you just stuck with me, so don't no, be happy, be happy. Also, uh, yeah, what else do we do? We do so much, man. We're in a transitioning stage right now with the program. I'm very excited. We continue to grow is the key word, growth. This is episode 122 of the show. And as I mentioned on the past couple of shows, we are broadening our audience. You can now tune in and you'll be able to tune into our show on the radio waves, WDJY FM 99.1 FM, straight talk, down in out in the metro Atlanta area. You can also, excuse me, you'll be able to watch visual versions of this show on our brand tv.com. Okay, our brand media, excuse me, our brand tv.com is working on getting that as a mobile app as well as on Roku. So again, continue to expand, and also Fire Stick. So we're growing the platform. You can always tune into the show, available wherever you listen to your podcasts, whether that's iHeart, Spotify, Apple, you name it. Let me see what else. Oh, and our YouTube channel, R Smooth Club Media, R Smooth Club Media, the letter R, Smooth Club Media. Also on Rumble at the Arrington Gavin Show, uh, as well as Facebook on R Smooth Club Podcast and RSC Media on X, formerly known as Twitter. We have a great show we're going to be impacting with this within this hour. We're going to be just talking about the loss of a famous actor that we've all loved and are very familiar with. Also, the Lakers have a new head coach. That's right, the NBA, Los Angeles Lakers, has a new head coach. We'll also talk about presidential candidate RFK not qualifying for the upcoming presidential debate. What else do we have going on? We would also, of course, a question of the day, as I don't think I mentioned it on the last show, so we will impact the question of the day. That's a new segment that I'm working on with the show, where we'll just come up with a question, get everybody thinking, share this with your friends and family at the barbershop, at the salon, and and yeah, hope you like it. What else do we have going on? Let's see. Oh yeah, and also popular reality TV preacher faces backlash. What else is new? I feel like there's a lot of uh well-known ministers kind of getting involved in a lot of controversy nowadays in 2024. So I don't know if it's something in the air, something in the water, but we will impact it here on this program. Do not worry about the ticker rolling at the bottom. I will be fixing that shortly. For those who are watching, it has some wrong times on here. I've mentioned on the show before, we are transitioning to a new time. I'll put it up right now. New time will be Monday through Thursday, okay, on the digital airwaves. So Monday through Thursday on our YouTube and podcast, you can catch new episodes of the Arrington Gavin Show Monday through Thursdays at 7 p.m. On digital and streaming platforms. Now, on our new family on the radio waves, WDJY 99.1 FM straight talk. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. As well as you see on demand on Brand TV, available on Roku, Fire Stick mobile apps, as well as online. So again, so excited. We're growing, and I'm just hyped, man. I'm sore at the same time because my wife and I were starting to get more involved. Well, getting in the back back into the routine of staying active. Right, your boy is extremely busy, being a small business owner. short staff as well. I have about 6, 8 people that works within the staff. But if I don't work, we don't make money. Okay. And I'm doing so much stuff as well as my wife. We're, you know, a busy power couple. If I'm not working on my business, I'm working on the media side. If I'm not working on the media side, I'm working with my foundation, and I own a couple other businesses outside of that. So I keep myself busy, and I forget to make the time to take care of myself. And that's very important, y'all. We have to take care of ourselves internally. I always promote externally, but internally is the main focus. Making sure we take care of our minds, man. Make sure our mental health is great. Making sure our bodies is well taken care of. Making sure we stay active. Making sure that heart is always pumping strong. Because if we do not stay active, man, all we're doing is just shaving off years off our life. And our goal is to what? Add more years. Like I want to live to be 100. If I can make it to 100, I'll be a blessing. If I can make it past 100, that's even more blessing. So we're getting in the back, we're getting back in the sync of things when it comes to um exercising. And I will be honest, you don't realize how out of shape you are when you start working out. Okay. I am When I tell you your boy is so sore, I'm sore in places I ain't know I can get sore. Okay. I've only been back in the gym for maybe like the past 3 days, and just weight training, cardio. My wife and I were going to be getting in contact with a trainer very soon, so we can really hit our peak goal weight and just keep that permanent. Right, we're eating right, and got my water right by me. It's a struggle. It can be difficult. It's hard to live a healthy life. It's hard to eat the right foods because let me tell you something: the temptation, the guilt, man, it is a beast to try and beat. It's an undefeated squad. Okay, because I can easily say, "Oh yeah, I eat healthy," but then I smell like a burger from Five Guys or some fried chicken. What? What? Okay, have a sweet tooth late at night or get those late night cravings. It's hard. It is hard. It is hard. It is hard to uh, uh, try and ease away from. And I'm big on portion control. I'm big on what else? What else? Big on portion control. I'm big on staying away from not incorporating a lot of fried foods. Like I like it, but I don't have to eat it all the time, right? But also too avoiding fast food because as a business owner, and this is for everybody listening right now or watching that's also a business owner, uh, uh when it comes to time management, I know it's easy on our time to just say stop to like a fast food spot, pick up something because it's quick and easy. But guess what? That's processed, man. All that stuff is deteriorating your insides. We don't want that. So we want to make sure we eat healthy. We want to make sure we take care of ourselves. All right. So that's my spiel on the eating healthy part. All right. All right. So yeah, so we're staying active, so that's a good thing. Recently, y'all, I gotta put this out here. Recently, my wife and I we enjoyed a movie. I think it was on like a Tuesday night or something because like Regal Cinema, they do like $5 movie night on it every Tuesday. So I'm like, okay, bet. We know we didn't have a lot going on the day after that. So we're like, yeah, let's go see a movie. Let's go see a late movie because I had to do a recording. And we caught the movie, we went to see I think it was like the newest Planet of the Apes movies because they just made a fourth installment in their franchise in the newer version because this is an old movies that reboot and then they start making uh making like a series of the newer ones. So while we were at the movies, I don't know about y'all, but a pet peeve of mine is attending a movie, going to the movie theaters. They say our movie is supposed to start at like 8:45. 8:45. When we got there, when I tell you the previews felt like the length of a movie for me. Okay, they had to preview like at least 10 movies, maybe more. It was insane. By the time the movie started, I was getting tired. I was, man, in and out, fading, dozing off, and I was just like to my wife, "Yeah, tell me how the movie went," because I was like saying, "I'm about to risk it all and just fall asleep and not watch this movie," because the chairs were reclining. Again, it was a Tuesday, so it was like us and another couple, and we had the whole theater. It was awesome. We were snacking on a big thing of butter popcorn. Again, trying to eat healthy, but we cheated that day. Had some lifesaver gummies. Oh, it was amazing. Mwah. It was delicious. But I can't stand, like, I love going to the movies now. Well, not now, but I've always enjoyed going to the movies. That was, that was our first date, my wife and I. That was one of our first dates, was the movies. And it's always good to still get out and, enjoy that movie theater theme and culture and experience. Uh but you also, it's hard for movie theaters right now to compete with streaming services. You can watch everything in the, on your couch, on in bed, in your home. You don't have to go out in public. So I get it, but you still want to enjoy that, that movie culture. But this right here, with these movie previews being crazy long, I'm sorry, man, but it's really starting to push me away from going to the movies. I don't know about y'all, but that's at least me. I can't take these long movies. Excuse me. But let's get it going. Let's get it going with we're gonna do a quick commercial break, then we'll open up with our first story of the show. Before we do this commercial, we have to acknowledge some of our one of our proud supporters, Ingenious Gin. That's right, Ingenious Gin, black owned, veteran owned gin. It is an amazing spirit for those gin connoisseurs and gin explorers out there. I highly recommend Ingenious Gin. Now, I'm more of a bourbon whiskey guy. I dab and deal in the tequila too, but gin was never my main preference. Never, not main, but it was never my preference or drink of choice. I don't mind a good beverage. I like to experience all different, types really. But gin was just never my choice until Ingenious Gin came to play. When Ingenious Gin came to play, I was like, okay, you made a believer out of me. You made a believer out of me. So for that, I say thank you to Reggie and Lawrence. They're both co-owners of the Ingenious Gin brand company. Is amazing. Again, Rose Gold gin is a veteran owned, black owned spirit. Be sure, if you're interested in grabbing a bottle of Ingenious Gin and adding this to your collection, visit your local ABC or spirit stores wherever you're at. If they don't have it, hey, you need to ask for it and tell them, hey, look, you got to have Ingenious Gin because I heard great things about it and I need it now. Okay. Also, you can go online to their website, www.ingeniusgin.com. That's right, www.ingeniusgin.com. Do me a favor, friends, drink responsibly. If you are 21 or and over, hey, that's for you. But if you're under 21, don't do that. Don't do that. So again, y'all, drink responsibly, and we want to continue. We want to thank Ingenious Gin for being a proud supporter of the Arrington Gavin Show. So when we come back, we'll have more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. I want to start the show off on a sad note. Famous actor Donald Sutherland dies at the age of 88 years old. Let me go ahead and pull up this quick clip for you guys. Give me 1 second. So, for those who are unfamiliar who Donald Sutherland was, he was a man who has filmed. I mean, had a career for decades. Hold on, I'm pull up this clip for you. Then I'll talk a little more about this gentleman.
Following breaking news in the world of Hollywood, Emmy award-winning actor Donald Sutherland has died. Sutherland starred in several films, including The Hunger Games, the actor Kiefer Sutherland posted the news to Instagram moments ago. Sutherland was 88 years old. We're following breaking news in the world of Hollywood.
And so, for those who did not know who he was, man, like I said, he's been in the game for years, an amazing career, and also just a very well respected soul in the industry. Like the reporter from ABC News mentioned, Hunger Games. I mean, who doesn't remember how big Hunger Games was? But his career goes way back, way back. Let me go ahead and read a little more. So he was a Canadian actor. Career spans, let's see, spanning, wow, 7 decades. You hear me? 7 decades. Sutherland receives numerous accolades, including a Primetime Emmy, 2 Golden Globes. He is cited as one of the best actors never to have received an Academy nomination, but received an Academy Honorary Award in 2017. Originally born in St. John, New Brunswick, and later moving to Bridgewater, Nova Scotia, rose to fame after starring in films such as The Dirty Dozen in 1967, MASH in 1970, and Kelly's Heroes in 1970. Now, he subsequently starred in many other films, both in leading and supporting roles, including Start the Revolution Without Me in 1970, Clute, which was in 1971, Don't Look Now, and the list goes on and on and on. I want to give some more recent uh ones. Let's see. Okay, The Italian Job in 03, Pride and Prejudice in 2005. He portrayed as President Snow in the Hunger Games franchise. Now, the Hunger Games, you're very familiar with that. I don't need to explain that anymore. Received a Canadian Walk of Fame, a star on the Canadian Walk of Fame, as well as Hollywood Walk of Fame. He is the father of Kiefer Sutherland, which we know from the very talented actor from 24, and this is actually what he wrote. ABC News has, okay, Kiefer Sutherland, his son, said, "With a heavy heart, I tell you that my father, Donald Sutherland, has passed away. I personally think one of the most important actors in the history of film. Never daunted by a role, good, bad, or ugly. He loved what he did and did what he loved. And one can never ask for more than that. A life well lived." I just want to say, on behalf of the Arrington Gavin Show, thoughts and prayers go out to the Sutherland family. A true legend. Again, actor Donald Sutherland passes at the age of 88 years old. What a well respected career, and I know the tributes and outpouring um um comments will continue to pour out on social media as well as in the public eye for a man that worked in the career for 7 decades. I mean, wow. That is awesome. That is truly awesome. I know he's been in, I mean, I'm a Hunger Games fan, so I've seen him in a lot of the Hunger Games. I know he's played on some known TV shows as well. Uh, he's played the good, the best bad guy, the best good guy, and all that great stuff. So again, thoughts and prayers go out to the Sutherland family for that. Um, moving on. I wanted to bring up, kind of finish off what I spoke about on the last show about comedian Miss Pat calling out Big Tigger, right? Uh, Big Tigger, media personnel, DJ, radio host. He hosts Big Ticket in the Morning. He's a famous radio DJ out in the Atlanta area. And Miss Pat is a comedian, actress. She stars in she has her own sitcom show called The Miss Pat Show, which you can catch on BET Plus, as well as I believe on BET's cable channel. She also has another like judge theme show, which has comedy. I believe that's also on BET. Has a podcast, goes on tour. Very popular. Her name is in everywhere. You see her everywhere. And so she was recently on The Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne brought up the firing because she was one of the co-hosts on a radio show alongside Big Tigger out in Atlanta. And so she she did not hold back on words. I've mentioned the clip. If you want to look at the previous episode from this one, you can. And she went off. Did not hold her tongue about it. She said she called him the biggest, he's a damn hater, and she said all the above. And so I wanted to add on to that because I was running out of time, but what kills me is the fact that Miss Pat she's at a point in her life where she is really, really getting national nationally acclaimed. She's getting known not just in a few cities in the United States. She's getting recognized all over, probably overseas as well. And so I'm a person that I always want to see, especially people in the black community, right? I'm a black man myself. I want to see our people continue to thrive, build their careers without any hiccups. To me, when you expose or share your frustration publicly about somebody, to me, that's unprofessional. Even if you are the victim, even if he did treat you wrong, like just but hey, she's a comedian. She says they have they have that unfiltered card that will, hey, don't get involved with me because I'll put it out on stage. I'm gonna let the world know. And she said, well, look, let me go ahead and let the world know, because the Breakfast Club is the one of the biggest radio shows in the world. Okay. Second to that is the Arrington Gavin show. We getting there. We getting there. We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. But the Breakfast Club has such a huge listenership and a huge fan base. I mean, they get millions on a daily. Okay. And so for Miss Pat to use that platform to expose a man who really, to my knowledge, has never really been in the drama atmosphere, within his career. I don't remember Big Tigger ever having beef with people. I don't remember him ever. And he since then has not publicly said anything. Okay. Which can be a good and a bad thing. They're like, okay, if you're guilty, excuse me, if you're innocent, then defend yourself. But if you're guilty people stay quiet. Sometimes, to me, guilty people staying quiet is not always guilty. All right. Because now we've seen a lot of people that are full on guilty will come out talking too much, and then they look even more stupid when they start talking. It's like, wow, you sound dumber now. Like you pretty much told on yourself. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate. Miss Pat had said that she had told the show that, hey, I'm gonna leave in August. Um, that's gonna be my last day. I got these other projects going on. I thank you for the opportunity and keep it moving. They fired her before she can leave, which to me was unfair, because if you already had, she already acknowledged that, hey, look, I'm gonna head out. Like, why waste time? And to me, it's just rude. Sometimes that's cheap on the company's behalf, because they like probably say, well, we gotta fire her so we won't give her the full contract, of her contract. Or maybe I don't know if they signed a guaranteed. I'm not really sure on that logistic stuff, but sometimes businesses can get funny. If they fire you because there's some form of like benefits they can't, finish off, or some promise within that contract. That's how some corporations work, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, Miss Pat, she called out Big Tigger, and it blew my mind, 'cause I'm like, that's one of the most randomest beefs. I don't even know if randomest is a real word, but randomest beefs I've even heard. It's like always drama happening. And to me, it's just it gets old, because I don't like when people put out their business out in the public, when it comes to like, beefs and drama and all that stuff. I mean, it's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black over here, because hey, I'm an opinionated talker over here. I just share my opinions unfiltered, and I'm honest and upfront with y'all, because I feel as though, like, you, the listeners, the viewers out there, you're my friends. I can talk with you, I can tell you anything. But I would never use this platform to directly come after an individual person. That's one thing I do not condone here on this program. I'm like, hey, look, anybody and everybody is welcome on this program, as long as you don't promote hate towards an individual or a specific group. I don't play that. But hey, Miss Pat, she, now the big thing is, okay, what will be next for Big Tigger, right? What will be next for him? What's going to be his his response in this, right? So it will be interesting. It will be interesting, but I will continue to follow up more because, as you know, I'm my nose. I'm a fly on the wall in all these spots. I'm always gonna find out. Ooh, did you hear this twist? Did you hear this plot twist? Did you hear that? I'll keep you guys posted. So don't worry, my friends. Do not worry at all. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, so let's go with the question of the day. Should I do the question of the day right now? Actually, before I do the question of the day, let me acknowledge another supporter over here on the Arrington Gavin show. Uh, Bernardo's Menswear. That is right. My good friend, Mr. Bernardo Johnson, owner of Bernardo's Menswear, where you can get all the style from business casual to formal, you name it. He has all the amazing uh, pieces of fashion, right from the head to the toe. He has amazing shoes. He has amazing suits. He has amazing slacks, button ups. I've bought a beautiful seersucker shoe and also great jackets there. Great, great, great store. If you are located in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, I highly recommend to visit his store. It's located in MacArthur Mall in the heart of downtown Norfolk, first floor. Bernardo's Menswear. Tell him Arrington sent you. And also, if you're not in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, no worries because you can shop online on his website, www.bernardosmenswear.com. Again, that's www.bernardosmenswear.com. If you want to keep your style looking fresh, swagged out, I'm telling you, up your game by going to Bernardo's Menswear. It's the place to be. I'm telling you, it's sharp as I don't know what. Hey, again, tell them Arrington sent you. Also, Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Rugged Evolution Beard Care is the premier men's grooming product that helps enhance your skin as well as mostly your facial hair, right? Beards, goatees, mustaches, Van Dykes, you name it. Hey, look, Rugged Evolution Beard Care is your go-to product with 17 scented beard balms, beard oils, conditioner shampoos. It is an awesome brand. For more information, you can shop on their website at www.ruggedevo.com. Again, that's ruggedevo.com. You can also find them on Walmart online, Etsy, Amazon, and WeBuyBlack.com. Okay. But mainly go to the the website ruggedevo.com. And for the listeners right now, if you are listening to this show right now, do me a favor and write this code down 001. Okay, 001. If you wrote that code, guess what? And you go to ruggedevo.com right now, you would get 15% off your products. Okay, and that code never expires. All right, so be sure to check them out, ruggedevo.com. We're gonna do a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more here on the Aaron Gavin Show. Do not go anywhere.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
All right, y'all. So let's get it going with the question of the day. The question of the day. The question of the day is, drum roll, please. Okay. Should everyone have Juneteenth off? Should everyone have Juneteenth off? So, for those who are unfamiliar with Juneteenth, because it's okay. I've encountered people who of the opposite race has said, "What's Juneteenth? I've never heard of Juneteenth. I'm not familiar with Juneteenth. Could you please explain?" And then you got to explain. So Juneteenth was the well. Actually, let me go ahead and give you the because I don't want to mess anything up, and they'll be like, "All right, now, Arrington, you losing your black card. You losing your black card." Okay, so Juneteenth, officially Juneteenth, National Independence Day, is a federal holiday in the United States. Obviously, we know that it is celebrated annually on June 19th to commemorate the ending of slavery in the United States. The ending of slavery in the United States. The holiday's name is in the words of June and 19th, as it was on June 19th, 1865, when Major General Gordon Granger ordered the final enforcement of the Emancipation Proclamation in Texas at the end of American Civil War. So technically, y'all, that was when everybody earned their freedom. Okay, in the United States, that's when Black people, we fully received our freedom. That was when that June 19th was the ending of slavery. All right, the ending of slavery. And it's always going to be a debate when we have the 4th of July, right? To celebrate the freedom of our country. But I'll just be honest, I think it should be uh uh you know celebrated on June 19th, because that's when everybody within the United States was free. You hear me? That's just me. That's just me. That is that's Arrington's opinions, but I truly believe that it should be celebrated on June 19th, and everybody should. But you know what? Everybody had a great time. June 19th is an amazing holiday. We have cookouts, you name it. We have a beautiful time, especially here in my hometown, out here in Virginia. So we have a great time, and it spread all across the United States. So I bring this up because really Juneteenth is a Black holiday, right? That's where the Black community, we go ham, we party, we celebrate, we learn, we get educated, but we have fun, and we're grateful, we give thanks, right? So the question is, should everyone have Juneteenth off? Because being a federal holiday, a lot of businesses are closed, banks are closed, um a lot of businesses, uh city businesses, city buildings, they're closed. Now the joke comes after, I believe, comedian DL Hughley, and I'm paraphrasing what he's said. I can't remember verbatim what he said, but he was just basically explaining, I think it should only be Black people that gets the day off on Juneteenth. I think it's only Black people that should get that day off on Juneteenth, because at the end of the day, that's when that's when slavery ended. Okay, for Black people, so it should only be Black people. White people, hey, you stay to work, you keep doing what you're doing, but Black people, we gonna relax, we gonna party, we gonna celebrate our day, and it's actually, it's a thought, right? It's a thought. Think about it. Now, to my white friends out there, don't get mad. I'm just saying, just give us a day. Just give us a day. Just give us a day. Um, I just think it's hilarious. But seriously though, what's your thoughts? Should the question of the day is, should everyone have Juneteenth off? Right? Everyone of all race and nationality, should they have that day off? Or should it just be Black people? Because hey, that was the day when Black people, when we earned our freedom, or we were fully free, was on June 19th. So should it only be the Black community to celebrate and have the day off? Or should it be all people? And if so, I'll even jazz it up a little bit. Okay, should Black people party, celebrate, have a good time, and then should, you know, Caucasians, people outside of the Black community, should they make it more of an educational day, right? To learn about the culture, the Black culture and the Black community, and to learn about Juneteenth, right? Should it be more educational for them, and then for the Black people, hey, should we just celebrate and party? Think about it. Think about it. That's what we're about here. Thought-provoking topics. That's what we're all about here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thought-provoking. So, let's see here. That was a question of the day. Let me go ahead and move it on to another big, major news up in the sports world. Let me go ahead and move on to sports. Let's see here. All righty. Let me go ahead and get all my notes ready for you guys, because I like being professional. I like being professional for y'all. So if you haven't heard, JJ Redick, former, make sure that is good to go. There we go. JJ Redick has been named the next Los Angeles Lakers head coach. All right. So, which this will make, I believe, the Lakers' fourth head coach under the LeBron James, in the LeBron James era. This will be the fourth head coach. Now it's like a good and a bad thing. Because LeBron has been a Laker since 2018. So what is this? It's 2024 right now. So 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. So that's about 7 years. So in 7 years, he's going through now, like, this is fourth head coach. That's not good. Because 7 years, one coach should at least finish, a good 5 to 6, possibly, right? But 7 years, 4 coaches, it's not been really good for the Lakers. Now, the interesting thing is the Lakers won a championship during the bubble, probably one of the most unviewed finals. People always forget that finals. Oh yeah, they did have a finals in the bubble, right? Yeah, it was dumb. It was not entertaining at all. But yeah, the Lakers are going through a little transition process right now. So this is Dave McNeman, one of ESPN's reporters. He gives his thoughts on the Lakers signing JJ Redick. So let me play this soundbite for you.
Dave, your thoughts on JJ being the new head coach?
Listen, as Ramona was saying, ever since he interviewed with the Toronto Raptors for a spot on their staff, he got the bug, and he thought this will be his destiny in this game. He's accomplished so many other things. Felt like he has something to give to today's game, and used all the basketball acumen he's picked up over the years from Coach K at Duke, playing for a championship head coach, a guy with championship pedigree with Doc Rivers, Clippers, and in this sport, he was ahead of the game when it came to podcasting. It wasn't just him doing Mind the Game with LeBron James. While he was a player, he was doing a podcast with Bill Simmons and The Ringer. And I just think it's a worthy gamble. There's risk involved. He's never coached a game other than for his children, but it's a worthy gamble, and he's going to step in with the confidence and I think the self-assurance it takes to stand in the Storms team.
Dave, your thoughts on JJ being the new head coach?
Listen, as Ramona was saying, ever since he interviewed with the Toronto.
So, like he mentioned, he said worthy gamble. I couldn't agree more with him on that. So to give a little background about JJ Redick, JJ, 15 years, I believe, in the NBA, played with teams like the Orlando Magic, Milwaukee Bucks, Los Angeles Clippers, Philadelphia 76ers, the Pelicans, New Orleans Pelicans, as well as the Dallas Mavericks. Now, he retired in 2021. He also, from 2002 to 2006, played at Duke University under Coach K. Virginia guy. He played high school ball at Cave Spring, located in Roanoke, Virginia. This is his first coaching position since retiring from the league. He's been in podcasting. He's been on ESPN majority of his time as a basketball analyst. courtside at NBA games as well as on First Take, and does a great job as well with his expertise. Very smart, intelligent guy, just 39 years old. The interesting thing is, again, no coaching experience, and then all of a sudden you get a 4-year contract to coach probably one of the most legendary franchises in basketball history. Okay, in basketball history. So the Lakers, JJ Redick wasn't their first choice. The Lakers did offer Dan Hurley, who coached Connecticut. He ended up turning their deal down and staying with Connecticut. They offered Dan Hurley apparently a 6-year, $70 million contract, and he turned that down. Now, Dan, you different. So Connecticut had to offer you a crap ton of money for you to turn down $70 million. You hear me? $70 million. Because in the pros, coaches, to me, and I don't know, NBA is different because college coaches get paid they get paid a ton of money, and on top of that, their money is guaranteed in college. It's interesting because you see a lot of coaches like Coach K. Coach K said, "No, I'm staying here at Duke. I'm not going to. I probably was offered to go in the pros. Nope, not happening. I'm gonna stay right here in North Carolina and make my millions from here." Nick Saban did it. Obviously Coach K did it. Oh gosh. Who else in basketball is I know Rick Pitino is still coaching college. I think he coached in the NBA before. I mean, there's so many coaches that are staying. Dawn Staley out in South Carolina. She's one of the highest paid and well deserved too, because she's a championship winning team. But like Dave said, worthy gamble. But the NBA is known for doing worthy gambles. I remember when Derek Fisher, former point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers, he won 5 rings with them, played, with Kobe, Shaq, all of them. A great player, not a good head coach. I think when he first retired, like literally he got a coaching job for my Knicks, New York Knicks. Didn't do well at all. Okay. Let me see if I can even pull up his coaching career. Excuse me. His coach resume is what I'm trying to say. Let me pull that up for you. Because what is he? I think he coaches in the. Is he in the WNBA now? Okay, so he did. So he coached in the NBA and the WNBA. Now his coaching record is. All right, come on. Where you at? Where you at? Coaching record. All right. So he's 40 and 96. 40 wins, 96 losses in the NBA. That was for 2 years as the coach for the Knicks. His first year with the Knicks, 17 wins, 65 losses. Second year was 23 wins, 31 losses. Fired the second season. Okay. Then he went on to coach in the WNBA. Says here, first year head coach, he had, not bad, 22 wins, 12 losses. Then it was 15. So his career is better in the WNBA, 54 and 46. And he was fired 1, 2, 3, 4. So he was fired on his 4th season with the Sparks. Jason Kidd, another guy, I think, retired and then went into coaching. He actually had the opposite. He had a successful career. I mean, hell, the Mavericks made it to the finals this past season. So Jason Kidd is doing, he's a person that's doing the changing the narrative in a sense, right? That's out of the norm, seeing a newcomer coach succeeding like that. But the interesting thing is they played on the highest level. It's easy for NBA stars to get head coaching positions because you're a popular player, you played on the highest level, you've been coached by some of the greats. I mean, coached by Coach K, JJ Redick. I mean, he played for almost 6 teams, I think, in the NBA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So Orlando Magic's, Milwaukee Bucks, Los Angeles. He played, with four great coaches. So knowledge wise, okay, this could work. But him being so young, and then I know Luke Walton also did a stint with the Lakers, didn't make it too far. And they're really quick to fire. Me personally, and I was talking to a gentleman at the barbershop today about this. I think it's unfair when coaches get fired after 1 year, because it's insane. You can't expect anybody to turn a program around for 1 year, even if y'all lose a lot of games. Y'all shouldn't fire them after 1 year. That's ridiculous. Because you're literally in a new setting with new players, the whole 9 yards. And we brought that up because we were talking about Monty Williams. Monty Williams just got fired from the Detroit Pistons, which that's another funny thing, y'all. I don't know if y'all realize, but fired coaches are like the highest paid coaches right now. Like, you make more money being fired than you are being just a current coach coaching in the league right now. Because Monty Williams fired from the Phoenix Suns, which, hey, he's a former he held the title as NBA Coach of the Year. Had a great coaching career with the Phoenix Suns. I think he was with them for from 2019 to 2023. And so his stock value was pretty high. But when they let him go, he still had like $20 million left on his contract. So 20 million from there. Then he signs a deal with the Detroit Pistons, fire him after the first season, but his contract was guaranteed, so they have to pay him the rest of his contract. $65 million, y'all. $65 million for sitting and doing nothing. You hear me? Nothing. I mean, there's coaches now, NBA coaches. They got their own what do you call it? Agents now. It's insane. It's insane. But I'm not mad at it. Maybe I need to be a head coach so I can get some of this money. Cause your man needs some cash. I do, I surely do. But yeah. So again, breaking news. Former NBA star JJ Redick has been named the next head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. So let's see how he'll do. I know we'll stay, keep tabs on that. I hope he still is going to be doing his podcast and all that other stuff. But we will see. It'll be interesting. So congrats to JJ Redick. Phenomenal player, by the way. Phenomenal player. Great shooter. Respected on both sides of the court. So it will be interesting. Let's see here. We're gonna move on to our next story of the show. Independent presidential candidate RFK Jr. fails to qualify for the first presidential debate. All right. Let me go ahead and bring this graphic up for you guys. So Nancy O'Donnell is the host of, I believe, CBS Evening News. And so it kind of gives you just follows you up with the what is it? The how the race is looking and all the requirements. So let me pull up this soundbite if I can get this soundbite, when your boy eventually starts getting a full staff. That's what I need. I need a full staff. Sometimes it's difficult doing everything on your on your own, but we can still make this happen, right? That's the great thing. Y'all, my friends, y'all patient. I truly appreciate it. But I'm gonna get this soundbite for you all. But just to kind of keep you up to speed with it, the first presidential debate is supposed to be happening June. Well, the first debate will be happening very soon, and it's a must talked about debate because it's one of the most talked about elections of our time. Two very old guys going at it, and let me go ahead and there we go. All right, again, bringing the soundbite for you all. So but it's between two old guys, former president of the United States, now convicted felon Donald Trump, against another old guy who is the father of a convicted felon, current president Joe Biden. Um, it's just it's a lot right now, in Americans, residents right now, voters, they're sick and tired of it. We're living on hard times right now. Stuff is expensive. We get tired of seeing the back and forth, the argument, the personal jabs, and this not okay. We just want to see, okay, what's happening right now? What's happening? So I think we got that soundbite ready for you.
The presidential election is now 20 weeks away, and the first debate 10 days from now. And tonight we're learning the unique rules both President Biden and Donald Trump agreed to before their head-to-head showdown that will air right here on CBS. We get more now from CBS's Robert Costa.
With their campaigns ramping up, President Biden and former President Trump are on from the raucous 2020 debates.
The
Radical
question,
left.
Will you
Who
shut
is
up,
your,
man?
listen, who
Sources tell us when one candidate is speaking, the other's microphone will be muted at the CNN-hosted event. There will be no opening statements and 2 minutes to answer questions. And Trump pivoted from weekend birthday
Oh, I think we got a. Oh, did we lose the rest of that clip? I think we might have. Yep, I think we lost the rest of that clip. So, darn it. So anyway, just to catch you, just to catch you up to speed with that, guys. Yes, it is gonna be the first presidential debate happening. That will be hosted by CNN, and they have already rules in place, requirements for them to do, and it's going to be interesting. I'm not looking forward to it because the last debate that they did have, it was awful. I mean, no one can get their word across, and I'll be honest, and I'm not being biased 'cause I'm not a fan of Trump. I'm not, yeah, I'm not being biased because I'm not a fan of Trump, but he kept on. He was the provoker. He was doing a lot of interrupting. I have friends, and for those who are Trump supporters, who are listening right now, look, I'm being honest because I watched it from the beginning to the end. If you turn back the rewind the tape, who started the interruption, the back and forth, and never listened to what Chris Wallace said? Like, please, it was so annoying. And then, of course, after the debate was over, people were just saying, "Oh, it was, it was sad on both parties of it." Honestly, it was one person that was doing the provoking. So for them to have these rules, let's see who actually abides by them, even though they're gonna mute their mic. Hey, it's not gonna stop them from talking. It's not gonna stop them from talking. So we will see about that. But kind of continue on with the RFK not qualifying for this debate. It says here, uh independent presidential candidate will not be on that stage. President is quoted, Presidents Biden and Trump do not want me on the debate stage, and CNN illegally agreed to their demand. Kennedy alleged in a statement from his campaign, my exclusion by Presidents Biden and Trump from the debate is undemocratic, un-American, and cowardly. Biden and Trump alone officially qualified for the next week's presidential debate that will be held on CNN. Kennedy has been scrambling to try to make the cut by appear unlikely to hit the polling and delegate benchmarks ahead of the deadline, which Biden and Trump have already cleared. Now, the cable network required contenders to get 15% of support in 4 national polls and to appear as declared candidates in enough places in a total 270 electoral votes, the minimum number needed to win the presidency. In order to participate in the event hosted by moderates Jake Tapper and Dana Bash of CNN, as an independent, Kennedy has had an uphill climb to ballot access. Now, this is not a shocker, right? it's hard for independent candidates to receive ballot access because it's all about money. It's always going to be about money. It's expensive. It's hard to get on the ballot access in all states, and it's unfortunate because majority of Americans are independent voters. I'm a registered independent myself. If I could choose a third party, I would, but there's times where it's like, okay, the third party is a wasted vote because you just don't have the ballot access. To my knowledge, I'm just trying to figure out if people if there's more write-in votes of the same person compared to the two-party candidates, would they still abide by that vote? That's my question. But I've spoken with friends of mine who are analysts, who are experts in the field of politics. My good friend Dr. Eric Laville, he's a political and legal analyst, also host of a great a show I highly recommend called Stay of the Water, as well as the Clavel Report. He stated this, and I've heard other analysts and commentators state this as well. Independent candidates pulls votes from the Democratic candidate. They pull the Democratic votes. Now, a lot of polls and experts are saying it could be the opposite in this go round. They could be pulling from the Republican side. One thing I will say, Kennedy has been on all platforms. He's respected by a lot of people. Well, he's respected by people, I would say, mostly on the right, okay, because he is anti-vaxxer, conspiracy theorist kind of guy, which pulls him away from the Democratic voters. But a lot of Democrats don't want Joe Biden. They don't. A lot of Republicans do not want Donald Trump. You literally have groups called the Never Trump Republicans. Okay, you have the Lincoln Project, which is a group of Republicans that are anti-Trump supporters. Okay, they've endorsed Democratic candidates. There's going to be candidates from each side of the aisle that might vote for the opposing candidate just because they're not a fan of their current one. So the system is it's all around the place right now, y'all. It is all around the place. But it will be juicy. It will be juicy. Okay. To read a little more on this, let's see here. Let's see. Okay. It says here Kennedy has filed a complaint with the Federal Election Commission, FEC, arguing CNN colluded with Biden and Trump to keep him off the stage. And the campaign on Thursday reiterated the allegations that CNN's Biden-Trump debate is a clear violation of federal law. If the debate goes forward without Mr. Kennedy, the Kennedy campaign intends to pursue this issue for as long as it takes to obtain justice against these illegal acts. If for no other reason than to ensure this type of undemocratic and un-American conduct does not occur again in the future, Kennedy's campaign said in a release. So we will see. We will see how this goes. It looks like here ABC will host the second debate on September 10th. Okay, on September 10th. Y'all, I'm running out of time, but I will continue some more of the stories that I've had and that I want to mention today on the next episode of the Arrington Gavin Show. Do me a favor, continue to support the program. I truly appreciate that. Like I said, we're growing. We are continue to grow, and I'm just excited what the future holds. We have new homes. You can catch us on all digital platforms, digital and streaming platforms. Also, you can listen to the program on WDJY 99.1 FM, Straight Talk. All right. Take care. See you next time.